What's up, cool people? Welcome to another game review. So, now I'm looking at a game called Never Alone. It's also got like a subtitle that I assume is in like native Alaskan language. But anyway, hey YWows, how you doing? I'm wondering, maybe I'll just do a chapter select to something a bit later on in the game, give a full sense of how the game works. Maybe, I don't know, this one. I have no clue how far along this game is, but so I think this game was actually created specifically to like help increase knowledge of some like native Alaskan lore or stories or whatever, or even just their broader living situation too. But so, okay, there we go. I was trying to remember how to switch characters. This game can be played with 2 players, or just with 1, but it's pretty much a platforming kind of game. For the most part, you play as the girl down here whose name is Nuna, I believe. But then there's another fox spirit character thing that you can also control. And basically the 2 of them, you know, combine their abilities to overcome the challenges of the game. My main gripe that I would say I have with this game, if any, is that this weapon here can be a little awkward to control. Like, just trying to target things with it sometimes is not exactly easy. And it's a pretty crucial part of the game. Okay, why am I even up here? Am I supposed to break more of this thing, or what? Oh. There's another branch down there lower. Maybe that's where I'm supposed to go. Okay. Yeah. So, it's kind of an interesting story if you're into, like, folk tales and such. The gameplay is alright, for the most part. Other than, like I said, controlling the bola weapon thing can be quite awkward. And considering how crucial that is at certain points in the game, that's a bit of an issue. Okay. I was trying to jump up there and it didn't work for some reason. Okay, let me go back to controlling her. Okay. So yeah, there are also certain... Well, there's one character in particular that serves as, like, the primary villain of sorts throughout the game. I'm not sure how much else to say, because I don't want to give the entire story away. But it's pretty standard gameplay-wise as far as platformers go and all that. Nothing too fancy, but pretty easy to pick it up and understand what's going on. And again, it's really, I'd say, kind of an interesting look at, I guess, Alaskan folktales, you might say. At least one particular folktale. Because eventually, what you try and do is you know, you try and stop this blizzard that's happening. Eventually there's some, like, ice giant character that you find out is the cause of all of it, and then you stop the ice giant from doing all that stuff. I don't really know how else to put it, but yeah. Premise-wise, pretty simple, but it's an engaging enough story that I would say it might be worth playing, if you're into this kind of thing. This is one of the many games that I got with Xbox Games with Gold. I'm really sad that that's not a thing anymore. Got Eggwife in the chat here saying that, you know, they were playing the game and impressed by it. Yeah, for what is undeniably an indie project kind of thing, it's really not a bad game at all. I did have some moments where I slightly struggled to get through just because of the way that this bola thing controlled and needing to do stuff with it rather quickly in certain moments. But aside from that, pretty solid experience, I'd say. Okay, I apparently need to bring this... Oh, okay. There's another spirit that I'm supposed to climb up on. How exactly you're able to climb upon spirits, I don't know. That's just kind of how the game works. That's a large part of where the platforming comes in, but hey, you know, gives the game an interesting dynamic, to say the least. I have no clue where I'm supposed to be going from here. It's not quite there. I was trying to jump and it just didn't work out at that moment. Anyway, come on. So yeah, especially trying to guide the bola upwards can be quite awkward. Okay. On the whole, pretty solid for a one-off experience. I don't know if there's really a whole lot of replayability to it. I think there are some extra, like, kind of backstory, lore scenes, or whatever that you can unlock by just finding certain things in the game. But yeah, aside from that, definitely wouldn't say there's much replay value. As far as I can recall, this is a fairly family-friendly game, too. I don't think there was ever any foul language or anything like that used at any given point. Bit more peril and pressure in some situations involved than in the other game that I was just reviewing, which was Grow Up. But, yeah, still, on the whole, not a bad time. At least for one playthrough. So, I don't know what the price would be, but definitely, if this is your kind of thing and it's like under $10, I'd say pick it up and give it a try. If I were gonna give this a rating on the whole out of 10, just because there's not a whole lot to it, and, you know, with the bola being awkward and that kind of stuff, those are the main two things that I have against this game, I would say. I know I tend to give out a lot of, like, 6s and 7s and whatnot, but I'd really put this kind of towards a 7. As far as ratings go. Now, I mean, you know, the thing with platformers is that there's usually not going to be a ton of stuff to do. But this one's definitely shorter than other platforming games that I've seen. Now, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, there's some moments that can be a little bit janky, if we're going to be blunt about it. Kind of like that. If the controls were a little smoother, I probably could have landed on that lower platform there. But instead, it just kind of took any and all of my momentum and went, yeah, you're just going to keep moving. And while there's a decent portion of the game that works like this, I wouldn't say what I'm doing here at this exact moment is what to expect for the entire game. This is definitely a lot calmer than most sections. Well, maybe most is the wrong way of wording that. It's calmer than many sections within the game. But, yeah. Suppose there isn't really too much else that I can say about it. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed my little review of Never Alone, with a subtitle that I'm not totally sure how to pronounce because I think it's in some sort of Alaskan native language. But especially if you've ever wanted to know about some Alaskan culture or anything like that, or at least Alaskan folklore, it's worth a look. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check out other reviews of mine on my YouTube channel and all that. But yeah. Whatever you end up doing, don't do that kind of thing. Anyway, stay cool, everybody.